Hey, my name is Zach Snover. I'm a student at Keats from the United States. I've been studying with their group classes here. I actually have studied at Keats before. I was a study abroad student here for a month while I was still in university. My experience at Keats has been incredibly beneficial to my progress with Chinese. When I first came here in the summer of '09, I had studied Chinese for about a year, but could only really barely speak sentences, only speak a few words. But by the time I left and then did a bit of traveling in the country, I could communicate very easily with all the people I went into. I traveled all around the country by myself, and this was really, my experience at Keats was really, really helpful with just getting around the country and contact and hotels and conversation. And then it was really beneficial when I came back to the States. When I came into my second year of Chinese, I was sort of way ahead of all of the other students that were in the class. The teachers were all very, very surprised at how much I could speak, and it actually sort of intimidated some of the other students. But I graduated in 2010 and then moved back to Kunming. I knew from my experience the first time at Keats that Kunming is a really, really great place to live. The weather is just, they say in Chinese, 四季如春. It's all 4 seasons are like the spring, so this was really, really nice for me. And I was actually able to find a job teaching English here. So I've been living in Kunming now for about 8 months. And I kept in contact with Keats when I came back and found out that they're now doing group classes as well, which is really, really nice for, if you're considering living in China and if you're working or traveling, having a place to come and to continue studying Chinese has been incredibly helpful for me, because a lot of the times when you're living in a country and you get a bit of the language down, you learn what you need to know, but then you don't really study anymore. So when I first got here, I wasn't really studying Chinese at all, but coming back to Keats has improved my Chinese enormously. I actually get comments from my Chinese friends that every day my Chinese seems to be getting better and better, which is kind of nice to hear. But yeah, I think as an experience of doing the one-on-one classes and doing group classes, this has been really helpful to giving advice for students who are considering coming to Keats. I would say if you're interested in sort of short-term study abroad, Keats is a really, really great option. I looked into study abroad programs at different universities around the country, and Keats was by far the cheapest and was the most helpful, because with one-on-one, all the focus is on you. They can really work on the trouble spots that you have or the interests that you have, rather than being in a large university setting where you don't really get as much individual attention from the teacher. And honestly, as somebody who's now living in China, the group classes have been really, really nice, because I can sort of study on the side and continue to work on improving my Chinese. And the class sizes are really great. It's only about 8 or 9 at most, so there is still a lot of individual attention without maybe the fear of the professor or the teacher watching you the entire time. But it's been really fun. The group classes have been great because I've been able to meet a lot of new friends, which our relationships have extended beyond the classroom, going out and going to eat and drink and have fun, which is really, really great. And it's just opened up a lot more opportunities for improving Chinese, kind of keeping it on a daily basis of study. So yeah, I really recommend that you come to Keats if you're interested in studying Chinese. And Kunming is probably the most livable city in China and a really great place to be. So yeah, 再见.